What's that?
They've come for us. What's it? What is it? What are you doing? Quickly, upstairs. I think it's burglars.
They'll tell the police.
You think thieves would give us away?
Yes.
I'm going down.
No.
It's all right, they've gone. And I need to check the front door. Stay here and keep quiet.
Let me come too.
Outside things have got worse. Everyone's hungry. A week's food ration doesn't last 2 days. Little children steal whatever they can lay their hands on. Shops are ransacked. The Dutch have turned into a nation of robbers.
I have to go to the toilet. So have I.
You can't. You want me to do it on the floor. It's still here. Into the bedroom, quickly.
I have to go.
No. No.
We didn't dare move upstairs. Every time we thought they'd gone, another sound made us shake with fear and hold our breath once more. I don't know how long we sat there, because the Westerkirk bells have stopped. I think they've been melted down for the war.
I'm sorry.
They didn't find anything worth stealing in the warehouse. So they forced their way into the offices.
What did they take?
Cash boxes, the blank checkbooks, 2 typewriters and all the sugar coupons.
Oh, I just feel so helpless up here.
You must have left the light on again.
We did not.
You must be more careful.
At least the police didn't come up here.
Oh, I wish they would.
What?
Well, at least we'd be put out of our misery. I can't stand this much longer.
I can't just sit here all day. Can't breathe.
We've had to tighten up security. During the week, Father and the other men can't go downstairs anymore to work in the back office. We have to keep the windows shut, though it's stifling hot.
I think you should take 2 of these today. What? Your valerian tablets. We just have to remember all the suffering in the world.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Don't snap at your mother. She's only trying to help. She's right. At least we're not in Poland. Do you know what's happening to the Jews in Poland?
Mr. Dussel, please.
Of course I know. I listen to the radio too. They're being poisoned by gas.
What have we done wrong? Why does everyone hate us? Why is it that there's one law for Christians and another one for us? It's like if they do something wrong, then it's just what they do. But if you or I do something, it somehow reflects on all Jews. Isn't that crazy?
Your hair looks nice today.
You're not listening. The food situation's getting worse. Come to the annex if you want to get slim.
Do eat something, Anne.
We've had pickled kale for 6 days running now. You wouldn't believe how it stinks. Toilets and bad plums and rotten eggs.
Dearest Bet, would you get me some nail polish? How can you be so petty?
There is nothing petty about nail varnish.
Mr. Kugler.
I have some bad news, I'm afraid.
The authorities are confiscating all the radios. Our beloved Lifeline with its wondrous voice has gone. No bells chiming, no friendly BBC. We sit here, waiting for the Allies to come to our rescue, but all we get are bombs. I've taken to running up and down the stairs to drown out the noise. Sometimes that does the trick.
What have you got there?
My escape bag.
Where would you go?
But I mustn't give in to despair. Today is Mother's birthday, and Meepa's managed to find some butter and bake a cake. Happy birthday. Just giving Mr. Van Dam the biggest slice.
Thank you.
As usual. Thank you. Dearest me, I don't know how you do it.
How noble and brave our helpers are. Always cheerful, never a complaint about the burden we must be to them. They've pulled us through up to now, and we hope they will bring us safely to dry land. Meep, tell us about your cousin's wedding weekend.
Well, first we had vegetable soup with meatballs, then hors d'oeuvres made with eggs and roast beef.
Go on, go on.
Cheese rolls, gatto.
What sort of cat?
Plum.
And wine?
And cigarettes. And I drank 3 glasses of schnapps. And coffee. Real coffee.
And chocolates? Cream?
A little bit.
Cake's not normally on the menu these days. Our latest delicacy is piccalilli. If you're out of luck, all you get is a jar of cucumber and mustard sauce.
Oh, Mr. Frank, I brought you this. My wife had it hidden amongst her clothes.
Thank you so much.
Don't tell Mr. Kugler.
No. Well, what's a secret radio when there's already secret money and secret Jews?
Have some other news. Tomorrow I go into hospital for an operation on my stomach.
Oh, Johannes, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I'll be back in a week.
But he wasn't. After his operation, he was sent home. He was in so much pain he couldn't come back to work.
And thank you.
Poor Mr. Kleiman. Father's dearest friend, our ray of sunshine.
History cannot be written on the basis of official decisions and documents alone. If our descendants are to understand fully what we as a nation have had to endure, then what we really need are ordinary documents, letters, and diaries. Not until we have succeeded in bringing together vast quantities of this simple, everyday material will the picture of our struggle for freedom be painted in its full depth and glory.
He's talking to you, my love.
Action points for material will be set up in the coming weeks.
But who'd want to listen to my drivel?
It's not drivel, dear.
Have you been reading it?
Of course not.
Wish I could lock it up.
Just heard what you've read out to us. And your short stories, we all love them.
Wish I could write like that.
You? But you're so clever.
Anna, you could keep it in there.
Thanks. I know I can write. I'm sure I can. After all, I'm my own harshest critic. I know what's good and what isn't. Unless you write yourself, you don't know how wonderful it is. When I write, all my sadness disappears. But, and it's a big but, will I ever be able to write something great?
How long has this been going on?
It's just a headache.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I knew you'd make a fuss.
Light in here is so bad. I think you need to have your eyes tested.
How on earth is she going to do that?
Have you heard the one about the elephant and the perispectacles?
Yes. Mr. Van Dam.
It's 1:05.
This is the BBC Home Service. Here is a special bulletin read by John Snag. D-Day has come. Early this morning, the Allies began the assault on the northwestern face of Hitler's European fortress. The first official news came just after 9:30.
It started.
The Supreme Headquarters of the Allied Expeditionary Force, usually called SHAPE from its initials, issued communique number 1. This said, under the command of General Eisenhower, Allied naval forces supported by strong air forces.
Those awful Germans have oppressed us and threatened us for so long that the thought of friends and salvation means everything to us. I've often been down in the dumps, but never desperate. I look upon our life in hiding as an interesting adventure, full of danger and romance, and every privation as an amusing addition to my diary.
Hello?
Peter's beginning to lean on me, though, and I don't want that. Now that I know what I want to be, there's no time for anything else. It's hard enough standing on your own 2 feet, but when you also have to stay true to yourself, it's harder still.
Where are the potatoes?
Every day I feel myself maturing. I feel liberation drawing near. I feel the beauty of nature and the goodness of the people around me. What is it?
Sorry.
No, come in.
Anne?
Just... Peter's been looking rather woebegone lately.
Peter?
Don't you like him anymore?
Of course I do. He's a sweet boy.
But?
Nearly on the last page.
What?
Have you got any more paper?
Anne.
I haven't got much time, don't you see? I have to do this. I don't want to be a movie star anymore, Margot. I want to be a writer. He doesn't understand me. He doesn't really understand me at all. I'm going to have a different life to most girls. I don't want to be like Mother or all those other women who have a family and then they're forgotten. I don't want to have lived in vain like most people. I want to go on living even after my death.
I want to train as a midwife and go to Palestine.
Never told me.
Never asked. I get annoyed with our parents too, you know.
You? But you're the good one.
I have to be, don't I?
What?
I've no idea, have you?
About what?
It's not easy trying to keep the peace. Somebody's got to do it, and it has to be me. You force me to do it.
Force you? I'm just your little sister.
You... I can't describe it. You suck up the oxygen.
I'm trying to live. This is all we have.
This annex.
This life.
I wish I could be like you.
And I can see 5 silver bombers going back now at terrific speed. After doing their little part of the job, dropping their load of bombs on some German gun position or fortification. They're certainly giving those gun positions everything possible.
The invasion's still going splendidly despite the miserable weather. Here in the annex, we continue to believe that any day now we might finally be free.
Know the first thing I'm going to do?
What?
Eat a slice of chocolate cake with whipped cream. How about you, Mr. Frank?
I shall visit Mr. Clayman.
Oh, really? Of course he would. Don't you know my husband by now?
What about you, Mother?
I would have a cup of real coffee.
Oh, coffee.
I'm gonna have a hot bath full to the brim.
Me too. I'm gonna lie in it for hours.
What'll you do, Peter?
I don't know. I want to just wander about the streets, I suppose.
We all know what you're going to do, Mr. Docile.
They've dropped a bomb in the next street. We're terrified this building's going to go up in flames and we'll be burnt alive before the Allies rescue us.
Father's checking the fire extinguishers.
It's all so crazy, this war. Why are they making bigger and bigger bombs when people are starving? Why can't we just live together peacefully?
You can talk.
What do you mean?
You haven't exactly been very nice to me.
I'm sorry, Peter.
Don't you think of anybody but yourself?
Wish I had hands like yours. They're the hands of a lady.
Are they?
Cherbourg has fallen. The big Atlantic seaport at the tip of the Normandy Peninsula is completely in American hands.
They'll be here by October. We have Mr. Churchill's word for it.
We'll have to look our best for him, won't we, Mrs. Frank?
Met in the center of the town this morning, exactly 3 weeks since the opening of the second front. Some disorganized German resistance remained until this morning, but at dawn, a white flag was seen rising.
But still, they haven't come. And the waiting is killing us.
Anna!
What? Mr. Kugler managed to get hold of 8 crates of strawberries at the produce auction. All hands on deck. We're making them into jam for the office, but a lot of them are going into our mouths.
Before the Allies arrive, the Germans are going to flood the country. Well, that's what they're saying in the papers.
Well, we shall just have to swim.
We'll put on our bathing suits and swim underwater so they can't see that we're Jews.
Oh, yes, I can just see the ladies doing that with the rats biting their legs.
Pooty!
I'll be all right. I'll walk on stilts.
Stilts?
I used to be a champion stilt walker when I was young.
Were you?
I'll find a rowing boat and row us all to safety.
Oh, will you? Bep's got me some more paper, but I can hardly write on it. It's so thin and grey. Deep down, the young are lonelier than the old. It's hard for us in this mad world. How can we hold on to our opinions when ideals are being shattered and destroyed? When everyone's come to doubt truth, justice, and God? I see the world being transformed into a wilderness. I hear the approaching thunder. I feel the suffering of millions. And yet, I somehow feel that everything will change for the better. That, in spite of everything, people are good at heart.
I couldn't warn you. I'm so sorry, Mr. Frank.
Raise your hands. Hands up. There's another one in here. A kid. Come on, move. Upstairs.
Come here, Don.
Raise your hands.
Eight of them. Who'd believe it? How long have you been hiding here?
2 years.
You have 5 minutes to pack a bag.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson.
Where do you keep your valuables?
Under the bed.
Where did you get this from?
It's mine.
You fought in the war?
Yes. Yes, I fought for Germany. ready, my dear.
Up, up.
Peter.
Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go.
He's in God.
Coming up next this evening here on the BBC HD channel, it's Parents of the Band.